guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you are doing fantastic. Today we are going to talk about fragrances that I was indifferent about, but then all the indifference turned into love, and other way around. The fragrances that I loved and I really liked, and they turned into indifference or slight dislike even. So if you are interested what are the fragrances, please stay with me. My name is Justina, this is my perfume world. If you like it here, please consider subscribing to this channel, leave a like, leave a comment, and let's go. Okay, so let's start on a positive note. So from the fragrances I didn't like at the beginning, or they didn't impress me as much, and then they turned into full-blown love. And the epitome of this fragrance, this kind of fragrance, is, of course, none other than Sugar Leather from Nuit Nomade. Actually, when everyone started to rave about this fragrance, you know, the premiere was last year in March in 2023. Everybody was raving about it. Everyone said that it's so good. I got a sample at first and I wasn't impressed at all, you know. I thought, what all this fuss is about? I didn't understand this fragrance. It was okay. It was just okay. But I realized, actually, this is the case with all the other fragrances I will show you in a moment. If a fragrance is pleasant scent for me, but it doesn't wow me in any way, or I don't understand it, I keep testing it more and more, and then it's high chance that it will turn into love. And this happened with this one. First, I tested it. I thought, okay, it's okay. It's just good. I do not understand all the hype about it. But then when season changed and fall came, I, pulled out this sample and I tested it again and I fell in love. You know, something changed. I don't know. As we are perfume obsessed, we sniff more and more, still new fragrances, new scent profiles. Maybe something has changed. Maybe something clicked. I sniffed something and then I sniffed Sugar Leather again and I fell in love. And since then, I'm obsessed. I'm totally obsessed. This one is just delicious. If you watch my channel, you know I love it so much. The performance is just amazing. It smells like brown sugar mixed with cinnamon, slightly suede as well. It doesn't have the skanky leather note, nothing of the sort. Oh, it's so delicious. It also has this juicy effect, you know. It's hard to say because it's not fruity, you know, but it has this juicy effect. Like, I don't know, coming from maybe tonka bean that smells like cherries a little bit. I don't know, but it's so good. Slightly boozy as well. Warm, spicy, cinnamony, sugary. Very good. Very, very good. Highly addictive. And I do not know where I was when I was sniffing for the first time, but now I absolutely love this fragrance. This is, I think, my favorite currently from Nuit Nomade. If you are interested in Nuit Nomade, I have a coupon code. Everything is linked in the description. For this fragrance or any other fragrance you are interested in, I have quite a lot coupon codes. For RAFINAD as well, RAFINAD Parfumerie, they are very, very good. So if you are interested, just go to the description box and look what I have for you. Sugar Leather, for me, hands down, one of the best releases from Nuit Nomade. Another one is almost similar case. It was raved about everywhere on YouTube and I tested it and I wasn't impressed. I said, what's the fuss about? And this one is Mula Mola from Byron. Actually, I heard about this fragrance everywhere. Everyone loved it. And I was like, really? I don't understand. When I was first testing for the first time, but then it was nice, you know, it was nice. It was not pungent, because sometimes there is a fragrance that I test and it's for me complete no. But for those fragrances, as I said, that are quite pleasant, but I do not get them completely, it's good to give another chance, you know, just like that, because you never know. And you see, I'm in love. So this one I was testing for the first time, then for the second time, for the third time, for the fourth time. And then it clicked, you know. One day, it was quite a warm day, it started to bloom on my skin. It has so nice sillage and so nice scent bubble around me that I thought to myself where my nose was, you know. This one is just good. This one is like your artificial caramelly, little bit tropical fruit scent. So good. It's clean as well, slightly. So it's like gourmandish, it's funny, it's flirty, it's very strong as well. I absolutely love Mula Mola now. Absolutely love. I first started with red version with Mula Mola Rouge Extreme because I preferred that one. But now I'm not sure which one I prefer the best, you know. So this one is very good. This one I highly recommend. Also, I have a coupon code from Byron. So if you are interested, please do test it because it's so, so nice. Mula Mola. Another one. Now I will eat my words. Now I will eat my words because in one of my videos about unpopular opinions about popular fragrances, I told you that I do not get the hype of this fragrance. I do not get the hype. I do not like it. Maybe someday I will test it again. And I did. I did. And you know what? I'm contemplating getting a bottle. Like 30 ml, but still, you know. I'm so bad. But you know, you are testing and you can change your opinion, right? This one is Xerjoff Bouquet Ideale. I told you that I do not get the hype of this fragrance, that for me is slightly watered down, strange a little bit. You know, for me, the name, for example, doesn't match the fragrance at all because Bouquet Ideale, I would think it's something flowery, maybe bouquet of wild flowers or something, I don't know, yellow flowers, whatever, roses, but it doesn't have to do anything with the flowers. At least for me, I do not think it doesn't have even flowers, that many flowers in the ingredients. So I don't know. But what I know is that I really like it now. I really do like it. It has cinnamon. It has tonka bean, I think, which I can sniff very prominently now. So good, you know, and I was wearing it actually today for the whole day, and I was, you know, respraying again and again. I really like this, and you know, I'm afraid that I will run out from the sample because I had a full sample because I tested it just a little bit, and now I have half of the sample, and you know, I was browsing for 30 ml, and we'll see how that goes. But now I don't know what happened, but it's strangely addictive for me. When I was first testing Bouquet Ideale, as I said, it was slightly watered down for me. I don't know. For me, first time, it smelled like Coeur de Nuit from Yves Rocher, which I do not like because it is really watered down fragrance, like chocolatey, watered down, soapy fragrance. Not very pleasant for me. But this one now, this tonka bean here, cinnamon. It has labdanum as well. Very good. Very delicious, I would say even. It's like borderline gourmand. It's like a normal perfume, but with this gourmandy aspect. I really like it. I don't know. All of a sudden, I fell in love. And this one is so good on a cold weather. But I think it's good all year round fragrance, actually. Very good signature scent. I don't know. I'm convinced now. So, yeah. Bouquet Ideale from Xerjoff. I need to eat my words now because I really do like it. All right, so another fragrance is Versace Crystal Noir. And I would be, I'm quite surprised that I didn't quite like it back then. When I was studying, I had a dupe of Versace Crystal Noir because back then I, you know, didn't really want to maybe spend the money for perfumes, and also I couldn't afford, so I was satisfied with dupes, and I have a dupe of it and I quite liked it. But after a time when I used up this dupe, I was tired of this fragrance, and when I smelled it on someone, it was like, maybe. And I don't know what happened, but in my perfume journey, when I started to acquire more and more fragrances, get to know more and more fragrances, I don't know what happened, but yeah, I remember I got a sample from one of my perfume colleagues. I tested it again and I fell in love again. I don't know, but it was like, first I was indifferent. Even when I was using this dupe of Versace Crystal Noir, I was like, maybe, okay, let me use it up. I wasn't that crazy about fragrances. I always loved fragrances, but I didn't have so many and I wasn't obsessed. So I was using up fragrances actually. Now it's very, very hard for me to use anything actually because I still add something to my collection. But this one is so good. It's EDT, but it has really stellar performance. It's, you know, it behaves actually on me, at least, as extrait de parfum. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm always impressed when I wear it. Very original scent profile as for mainstream fragrance. It is posh at the same time, but inviting. I really like it, and I do not have to introduce Versace Crystal Noir. I think I'm talking about this fragrance a lot on my channel already, so I won't be, you know, boring. I won't be boring. I don't know. I don't want to be boring with this fragrance. Maybe that's what I wanted to say. And yeah, Versace Crystal Noir EDT, very, very good for me. Another fragrance which I didn't understand hype about, and I was actually smirking ironically when someone mentioned that it's so good that they cannot live without it. I was like, really? And it's Kayali Vanilla 28. And now, actually, of course, I bought a full bottle, 100 ml. I even sold a couple of my fragrances to buy it because I didn't want to, you know, pile up the fragrances. I decided to sell some because I didn't use them, and I wanted to have Kayali Vanilla 28. Delicious. And I don't know where I was before. As I said, I changed my mind completely, because first I thought that this is a plain vanilla extract perfume and that is it. But now, boozy vanilla, like dark vanilla extract, you know, very good. Intense, deep, dark as well, mysterious. So exactly how I like it, but sweet at the same time. You know, this vanilla combined with tonka is absolutely divine. And this one solo or combined with any other fragrance that is slightly sweet, or maybe you want to have something sweeter, very good. I have one combo in my mind now, like Bon Parfumeur 903 plus this. 903 is very spicy and this one is sweet. Maybe it will be good. I need to try it out. Very good. Very good. Just try it. And I know there are some people who will still be telling that this one is nothing original, and of course you do you, but I think this one is very good, and the juice is very dark. And on me, it lasts really, really long time, projects. It's so, so good. So yeah, that was Vanilla 28. Another fragrance, which I didn't really like when I was testing it first time, but then again, something clicked when I was testing it again and again. Carner Barcelona Tardes. For me, now it's one of my favorites from the brand. Powdery almond, slightly cold, cooling, calming at the same time. Very good. It has tonka bean, it has celery note, but you do not have to be afraid because it sounds strange. But for me, I think this celery note gives you this cooling effect, like a cold breeze on a warm day. Very good. For me, it's a scent of relaxation after the long work day, especially in the summer when you are getting back from work, you are taking the shower, refreshing yourself, you are applying Tardes, and you are going out with your friends to get some nice dinner in the city. Very good. And you are applying, of course, Tardes, as I said. So good. But for me, this one smells better in a colder air. When I was testing it for the first time, it was warm, and I think it didn't show all of those true colors it can show when it's slightly colder outside. It has also this beautiful musky base. So this is a clean, almondy, powdery scent, and you need to definitely give it a couple of more chances before you will, you know, cross it out from your list. Definitely. So I think this is the case with all of the fragrances. As I said, sometimes there is a scent profile that you cannot get over with and you cannot wear it. And of course, I do not come back to those fragrances. But if you like a fragrance, you know, and you are still hesitant, maybe just give it a try, another try, and you will fall in love. As happened with Tardes and any other fragrance I had in here. All right, and the last one from this Indifference to Love will be Elizabeth Arden Sunflowers. Actually, I had this fragrance once in my collection because I was really convinced to buy it, because I sniffed it on my friend, and on her it smells so good that I thought to myself, I need to have it in my collection. But then I sold it. It's very cheap, so if I want to, you know, just buy it, I will buy it. But I have so many fragrances that I thought it was redundant for a time being, and I didn't repurchase now. But I must tell you that 13 years ago, I didn't like this fragrance at all. It was slightly skanky for me. But then, as I said, when I sniffed it on my friend, I was really convinced that I needed in my collection some flowers, and I was using it actually. And actually, I remember I bought this fragrance when there was the beginning of COVID here in Poland, and I don't know. It's not that it's a bad memory or association, but I don't know. I vividly remember the time period when I smelled this fragrance, so it's strongly connected with my memory. And stuff, as usual when it comes to the fragrance. But I don't know, I just sold it. But I think overall I still like this fragrance. All right, and next fragrance will be From Love to Indifference, and I got rid of this fragrance. I do not have it anymore in my collection, but at first I just, you know, tested it. I needed to get a bottle because I loved it so much, and I'm talking about Dolce & Gabbana, the only one intense, the one in a black bottle. I will tell you this. I really love the opening of this fragrance. I absolutely love it. You have this juicy apple combined with, you know, this heady jasmine, which is just intoxicating and beautiful. It has coconut. It is round. It is sexy. It is bold. But then on my skin, after like 2 or 3 hours, everything starts to dry down to very plain and one-dimensional sweet vanilla scent. It has like this generic base that you can find in many actually mainstream perfumes. And I didn't quite appreciate this effect. It was annoying for me. It was too flat compared to this beautiful beginning I had in this perfume when I first sprayed it. So it was so annoying for me that unfortunately I was trying with this fragrance, but then I sold it. If you do not have this flat effect in the dry down on your skin, I'm so jealous, because if this fragrance would be like on its highest level for the whole time I'm wearing it, it would of course stay in my collection. But then it was so annoying that I didn't see the point keeping the fragrance. That is annoying for me. I still have a small decant of it, like 8 ml. That's left, and I think that's it for me if I want to refresh my memory when it comes to this fragrance. But overall, too bad, because I really like the scent profile. Actually, this jasmine we have in The Only One Intense reminds me slightly of jasmine from Alien from Mugler, which I really like as well. Or Mikalev Glamour, which is very similar as well. But for the time being, I didn't see any point of keeping this fragrance, and it's a pity, basically. Another fragrance, which I still have in my collection, but I think I'm pretty sure I want to sell it, because I fell out of love, you know, and I really like this fragrance. Like, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe, I was going crazy about it, and it's Scandal from Jean Paul Gaultier. And actually, I was surprised that many people said that it's too sweet for them, that it's like sticky sweet, too much, too overwhelming. And I was like, what they are talking about? And you know, I was using it. It was so nice. You know, this fragrance actually smells for me like a good quality, very sweet, fruity liquor or something like this. But when I came back to it after a longer break from wearing it, it is too sweet for me. It is actually too sweet for me on my skin, and I was testing it like twice, and it's too sweet. This honey here, I think it's macerated, because you have this combination of honey and white flower, orange flower is very, very strong. I think this honey is macerated, and it's too sticky sweet on my skin now. So now I understand what all of those people were saying is too sweet and too sticky. It doesn't have this air, you know, to the fragrance. I really do love gourmand fragrances. I love sweet fragrances, strong fragrances. But here, actually, I think something is lacking the balance. Something is not entirely okay with this fragrance, basically, now on my skin. And this honey is slightly harsh as well. It's like too much for me now. I don't know why. I really like this fruity, flowery base here, but other than that, this honey is too strong. I don't know. I don't know. So probably I will going to sell it because I do not like to have fragrances that I do not quite enjoy. It's a pity, but that's the truth. So yeah, Jean Paul Gaultier Scandale. Another fragrance that I really was obsessed about almost, and I was dreaming about it for quite a long time. When I bought it, I was wearing it, but then something weird started to happen because it was turning too sour on my skin. Something was not quite right as well, and I'm talking about Jennifer Lopez Live. This scent smells for me like a tropical laundry, and I really absolutely adored this effect. But then, as I said, after a time when I was wearing it, at some point, someday, it started to turn sour on my skin because it has like this hefty dose of fruits as well. And it started to get too sour, and I absolutely hate when perfume smells sour on my skin. Absolutely do not like this effect. And yeah, I also sold it, and I don't know. Currently, I have like few Jennifer Lopez fragrances, and I had Miami Glow, for example, which I really like, but it was so weak after a time that I couldn't smell it actually, and it was so watered down compared to what I remember from my childhood that I decided to sell it out because it's not as strong as I remembered. I have only Glow, JLo Glow, which I really like. And I stand for it. But other than that, Live didn't work for me eventually, and it's a pity because when I first tested it, it wasn't available in our country at all. I was in Ireland actually. I was testing it. It was so nice. I wanted to have a bottle. Then I was, you know, contemplating getting a bottle. Then I bought it, and then I was wearing it, but then I sold it. So yeah, I fell out of love. And the last fragrance actually is a range of fragrances. You know, I was trying to convince myself because when it was released, I was also really into this fragrance, and I'm talking about Armani C, and in general this C line, with this typical C DNA. I had till recently actually C Intense from 2021, and I was quite enjoying the fragrance, but when I was wearing it, I don't know, something was missing. And don't get me wrong, this scent is just beautiful. This scent profile is very classic, it's iconic already, but you know, I think I got over it. I fell in love with it, and you know, I had my share of wearing Armani C. I get this impression when it was released. I was very for this fragrance, but now when I wear it, I do not feel as up to date for me. I mean, for me, of course, because this scent is absolutely beautiful, and if I will smell it on someone, I will appreciate it because it's so nice. But on me, personally, I'm looking for something more, I don't know, unique. For me, of course, as I said, for me. It doesn't mean that this fragrance is bad because it's not. It's so beautiful, but I want something more challenging maybe for me. So yeah, that's the C line, and I sold Armani Si Intense 2021. And that is it. All right, so that was it for today. Let me know what are your cases of indifference and then falling in love with the fragrances, or the other way around. I will be very, very curious to hear that. Thank you very much for watching today, and see you in my next videos. Bye-bye.